I'll have to just cut that out. Yo, what's up, swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon Law, aka KL Swag, back here with a video, man. Look, man. Look, man. We about to react to the. Bro, first of all, we are back here again with TBS. Look, man. Who is the most underrated player in just not even the NFL draft? Like, who's the most underrated player? Underrated player in the NFL. Not even NFL draft. Just who is the most underrated player, bro? We gonna find out with TBS. So make sure you comment and subscribe, and let's just get into the reaction, man. I've been doing some weird shit lately, man. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to TPS. Everyone knows who the best and most marketable players in the NFL are, but for whatever reason, there are still some players who never seem to get the recognition they deserve.
Really?
We're here to try and change that. So allow us to present our picks for the NFL's all-underrated team. Offense. Quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. Despite piecing together 2 incredible seasons with the Tennessee Titans, Tannehill doesn't seem to get the recognition as a top 10 quarterback. It was easy to be skeptical of his 2019 performance when he led the Titans to a surprise AFC Championship berth after taking over from Marcus Mariota midway through the season. But 2020 proved that Tannehill isn't a one-year wonder. Tannehill's numbers with the Titans are nothing short of elite. A 67.3 completion percentage, 55 touchdowns, and just 13 interceptions with a 110.6 quarterback rating. Throwing an 18-8 record with 9 game-winning drives in only 28 starts, you're looking at elite-level stuff.
Bro, that's not bad.
Above average during his time with the Miami Dolphins, but never great. Once he went to the Music City, however, Tannehill found his game and is playing like a top 5 quarterback. Will never MVP consideration, especially with Derrick Henry stealing all his thunder. So the underrated label will probably be sticking with Tanny for a while. Wide receiver, Allen Robinson. Everyone knows how good Allen Robinson is, but let's be honest here. You probably haven't ever considered him to be a top 5 receiver. If Robinson ever had a half-decent quarterback feeding him...
It would be nasty if he had a good quarterback, man.
The S63 is equipped with Bluetooth audio...
him the football, who knows what kind of numbers he'd put up. This guy could easily be in the same class as guys like Devontae Adams, Michael Thomas, and DeAndre Hopkins. Robinson put up 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns with Blake Bortles as his quarterback in 2015. 4 years later, he crossed 1,000 yards again with Mitch Trubisky as his starter. And just last season, Robinson caught 102 passes for 1,250 yards and 6 touchdowns, with Trubisky and Nick Foles splitting time under center. In many cases, a wide receiver is only as good as his quarterback, but Robinson continues to put up jaw-dropping numbers even though his QBs have been garbage. We're talking about guys who have never even been considered in the top 20 at their position. That is why A-Rob is so underrated. Here's hoping Robinson gets to play with the Pro Bowl caliber quarterback someday. Maybe then he'll start getting the recognition he deserves. Tight end, Mike Gessicki. There are only so many truly elite game-changing tight ends in today's NFL. Mike Gessicki of the Dolphins may get there soon. He turned some heads with a stellar sophomore 2019 campaign in which he caught 51 passes for 570 yards and 5 touchdowns. The improved play of Dolphins led to a semi-breakout year for him in 2020, where he notched 53 catches for 703 yards and 6 touchdowns. Only 3 tight ends finished with more receiving yards than him. Tua Tagovailoa can only improve following a so-so rookie year. If he takes that next step in 2021, expect Mike to do the same. Running back, Chris Carson. Many running backs who play behind a top 5 quarterback with superstar wide receivers don't usually get the recognition they deserve. This is the case with Seattle Seahawks running back Chris Carson. He is not the face of that offense. It's obviously Russell Wilson. And of course, the Seahawks have one of the league's top receiving duos in DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. So Carson is really the fourth most.
That dude is big, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that dude is big, man. That dude is big.
Player on this offense at best, but he crossed the 1,000-yard mark in both 2018 and 19. Injuries prevented him from reaching the mark once again in 2020, so naturally he's going to be overlooked. But let's not forget how important he's been to the Seattle offense, which clearly doesn't function the same whenever he's been sidelined. NFL teams seem to be underrating Carson too, as the Seahawks allowed him to hit the 3
say,
mark,
dropped it.
but no other team was willing to pay him. So he had to settle on returning to Seattle on a rather cheap 2-year contract worth a little more than $5 million per season. Add it all up, and Carson checks off every box when it comes to the underrated tag. Offensive tackle Garrett Bowles. The Denver Broncos drafted Bowles 20th overall in 2017, but it certainly took him some time to get going. Early in 2019, then Broncos GM John Elway blasted Bowles for racking up the offensive holding penalties during an appearance on KOA News Radio. Elway went so far as to ask if Bowles even knows what holding is. 2020 was a make-or-break year for Bowles. The team didn't bother to pick up his fifth-year option, which seemed to light a fire under him. Pro Football Focus ranked Bowles as the 19th best player, not lineman, but player, of the 2020 season.
Shut up!
He allowed 0 sacks on 1,015 snaps and cut his penalty total down to just 7. Bowles' breakout campaign led to a contract extension, but he's still underrated, although that will likely change if he can build off of last season's success in 2021.
Wow.
Guard Ali Marpet. Marpet has quietly been one of the NFL's top guards over the last 3 years, but even a Super Bowl 55 championship with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won't help him shake that underrated label. Tom Brady and the Bucs passing game got most of the credit throughout the Super Bowl championship season, and the defense also got some well-deserved attention during their impressive playoff run. But the Tampa O-line in general didn't receive the love it should have gotten. Tristan Wirfs stood out as a rookie sensation, but Marpet also played an instrumental role in the team's success. Marpet allowed 0 sacks, and he was only flagged 3 times in 2020. He's one of the most important pieces on that Bucs offense, even if he's not the first, second, or even 5th or 6th name you might think of.
He's moving pretty good for a big man.
Center J.C. Treader. The Cleveland Browns' offensive line is one of the best position groups in the league.
Yeah, he's
Without the strong play, the Browns probably don't end an 18-year drought. Folks know how good Jack Conklin is. Joe Bitonio has earned 3 straight Pro Bowl nods. Wyatt Teller was a 2020 second-team All-Pro. Jedrick Willis Jr. was an early 2020 first-round pick with a very high ceiling. But where's the love for center J.C. Treader? He has yet to receive any Pro Bowl or All-Pro nods, but just take a look at his 2020 numbers. 1,061 snaps and just 4 penalties and 1 sack allowed.
It's not bad.
No wonder Baker Mayfield enjoyed a bounce-back season. It's so easy to overlook any offensive lineman these days, but Treader is definitely one of the league's best centers. The numbers and production speak for themselves.
Hell yeah.
Defensive end Brandon Graham.
Oh, he's so underrated, man.
Several times, and we're not backing away from that stance. Graham has been one of the NFL's best pass rushers.
He's the reason why we lost the
Super
Super Bowl.
His 2010 rookie year. Yet he didn't earn his first Pro Bowl selection until, get this, 2020. No, he hasn't hit double-digit sacks in this season, but the overall production is consistent. He's hit 5.5 sacks 7 times, and let's not forget his game-saving strip sack on Tom Brady and
don't bring that up.
Only the biggest defensive play in franchise history. Most players seem to get too much recognition after a Super Bowl winning play.
Do it.
Graham, on the other hand, has clearly not got enough. Defensive tackle Grady Jarrett. When you think of the NFL's top defensive tackles,
he's like
picked
a
up
bull
Aaron
rusher,
Donald,
bro. He's
who's
so
in his own
disgusting.
class. The next tier is DeForest Buckner, Chris Jones, Cameron Hayward, and Fletcher Cox. But let's not overlook Atlanta Falcons standout Grady Jarrett. He's unfortunately stuck on one of the NFL's most absolute worst defenses, so it can be easy to ignore just how good he is. Jarrett earned his 2nd straight Pro Bowl selection in 2020 after posting 4 sacks, 8 tackles for a loss, and 21 quarterback hits. He's an elite run stopper.
It's not a bad season, man. It's not a bad
better each year. The Falcons' defense is a long way to go towards becoming a championship caliber unit, but they have a true franchise cornerstone to build around in Jarrett.
Find a rental car that's the right price, location, size, and more. Search Kayak now.
No, bitch. God damn.
Inside linebacker Blake Martinez. Many
Oh, yeah.
criticize the Giants'
I like
decision
him,
to
man.
hand Blake Martinez a 3-year, $30 million contract
Damn,
for
he
free
threw
agency
D-Hop's
last year.
bitch ass.
Well, look who's
Who
laughing
is
now.
that?
Martinez was renowned for being among the NFL's leading tacklers, but he's more than that. He's a do-it-all workhorse who makes plays all over the field. And he was a key cog in the Giants' unexpected success on the defensive side of the ball last season. Martinez has racked up at least 144 tackles in each of the last 4 years, but 2020 was arguably his best season yet, with 3 sacks, 5 passes defended, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, and 9 tackles for a loss. All of a sudden, that $30 million deal looked like a bargain. Middle linebacker, Miles Jack. Almost every core player from the Jacksonville Jaguars team that reached the 2017 AFC Championship game is gone. But one piece still remains in Duval County, Miles Jack. The Jaguars have been one of the NFL's worst teams over the last 3 years, so folks had naturally forgotten about Jack's greatness. He was named to PFF's second All-Pro team in 2020. At the midway point of the season, he was graded as a top linebacker. If the Jaguars can reemerge as contenders with Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence, you'll probably start to hear Jack's name far more often. Outside linebacker, Levante David. David has been one of the NFL's most explosive linebackers since his 2012 rookie year.
True.
It's just playing on a mediocre Tampa Bay team prevented him from earning all the credit he deserves. Then Tom Brady arrived in 2020, and the added exposure allowed us to see just how important David is to this defense. The guy wreaked havoc all over the field during the Bucs' run to the Super Bowl. He's one of the best tacklers in the game. He's reliable in coverage compared to most other guys at the position.
Bro.
David is only beginning.
Bro, and do you guys know that Levante David plays safety, man? This man, Levante David, was like literally a safety, and he literally played at a JUCO, bro. Like, he played at a JUCO, you guys. Like, when I heard him say he played strong safety, and he was like talking about it and shit like that, he said his coach said, "You're a linebacker." He said, "You can play safety, but you're a linebacker." So this man was really playing safety. That explains why he was locking up Kelsey in the Super Bowl. Covering skills.
To get the recognition he long deserves, but it's still not enough. He's among the league's very best linebackers. Maybe he just needs to win another Super Bowl in order for more fans to start realizing that. Cornerback Bryce Callahan, who is PFF's third highest rated corner in 2020.
Bro. His
that would be Bryce Callahan of the Denver Broncos. Callahan graded at 84.1 over the year, trailing only Jair Alexander and Xavier Howard. According to PFF, he's only allowed a 54.4 completion percentage when targeted, and Callahan didn't yield a single touchdown in coverage. Was this his one lucky year, or did Callahan find the perfect home in Denver following a 4-year stint with the Chicago Bears? That's to be determined, but as it stands, he's by far the most underrated cornerback heading into 2021. Free safety, Jesse Bates III.
Oh yeah, I like him. One of
the league's worst defenses during their 5-year playoff drought, but it looks like they finally have a core player to work around in Jesse Bates. The second-team All-Pro was a playmaker all over the secondary in 2020. Man. He had 3 interceptions and 15 passes defended to go along with 109 tackles. PFF ranked Bates as the 24th best player from 2020, earning a remarkable 90.1 grade.
Look at that.
And at 24 years old, he's only getting started.
Look at that.
Safety, Jordan Poyer. The Buffalo Bills signed Poyer in 2017.
He's fired too until he got embarrassed by D-Hobbs, bro. Well, D-Hobbs embarrassed the whole damn defense. That last play of the game when he caught that shit, he embarrassed the whole defense.
He's in signing in franchise history. Poyer has been an incredibly valuable player for Sean McDermott and company, with 13 picks and 7 sacks in his first 4 seasons with the Bills. And he's also posted 100-plus tackles in each of the last 3 years. Poyer and Tre'Davious White anchor one of the NFL's best secondaries. It's no wonder this team has made the postseason in 3 of the last 4 years. Special teams. Kicker, Harrison Butker. Patrick Mahomes in the offense got all the love in Kansas City, but special teams are important too. Butker has been absolute money for the Chiefs since his 2017 rookie year. Through the 2020 season, his 90.299 kicking percentage ranks second all-time behind only Justin Tucker. And he's clutch too, making 32 of his 34 postseason kicks. Those are some pretty impressive stats that I'm sure most people don't even realize because they're too busy giving Mahomes all the credit.
True.
Punter Jake Bailey. Bill Belichick teams always have some great special teams units. So are we really surprised that Bailey earned first-team All-Pro and 2020 Pro Bowl honors? He averaged 48.7 yards per punt last season, 4th best in league. He only committed 5 touchbacks, and opposing players combined for only 71 return yards on Bailey's punts. And yet, if you ask most fans to name you the Patriots' current punter,
look how he
get more people answering Tom Tupa than Jake Bailey. Returner Nyheim Hines. Everyone knows what Hines can do as a running back, but it may be time to start giving him more recognition for his contributions to the Colts return game. He has finished 3rd in punt return yards in consecutive years now, recording 581 total yards and 2 touchdowns in that span. It's a nice little bonus for Indy, who have such a big play threat that can contribute on offense and on special teams. What changes would you make to our NFL all-underrated team?
I don't know.
Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking that like button.
God damn, bro, man. Y'all let me know down below, man. Who's the most underrated NFL player, man? Make sure you comment, subscribe. I love you guys. You guys stay swagged up.